Welcome back, everyone. This is part 6 of 7 of the Sims Bustin' Out speedrun tutorial for the Bust Out with no cheats GameCube. We're going to do this Tinsell Bluffs section here. So we just got done getting our third charisma point, and we have 5 out of 6 friends. This is going to be the section where we get our final 2 charisma points to make 5, so we'll have 10 body, 4 cooking, 2 mech, 5 charisma, and we're going to get our 6th and final friend. So that's what we're going to be focusing on here, is the charisma and the friend, and getting to our work and getting to the final. This is the home stretch. If you made it this far, we're going to close out that text box. We're going to remove the walls as we have been doing this entire time. We're going to go over to Humphrey. We're going to compliment him. We're going to close out the text box after Malcolm leaves, and then we're going to be able to go into our buy menu. So we're going to go buy, and we're going to go down here to the miscellaneous. We're going to queue up our Aromaster. We're going to go to the sell. We're going to sell this table. We're going to take this table here and put it over here so that we have enough room. And we're going to put this on the table, hit R or L twice, close out of here. That's our menu. That's all we need to do. We're going to complete that goal there. Now, we're going to be chatting up Humphrey, trying to get, and if he starts to run away like that, we'll have to cancel it because we don't need, we need to make sure he doesn't run away. But if he's running towards the door, that's fine. We don't need to pause or anything. We're trying to chain together compliments, which is giving us +5 to our relationship there. So yeah, as you see there, we're not getting the comp, so we're just going to go with pull my finger. Okay, and then once we look over and like right here, we see that it's 7 p.m. We're going to compliment, switch over to Fanny, have her nap in this chair, switch back over to us, compliment Humphrey. Try to do that smooth and clean if we can, and yeah, if we can't get the compliment, then just pull my finger, but we're trying to chain these compliments together, just giving us the +5 to our friendship. So there we know we have 50. Yeah, and we do need to be very careful with what we select, because if we try to back rub or something like that, we'll be losing that. So we're going to get a couple hugs in, then we'll have her sleep in the top chair, the top recliner, have him come down here and turn on the lavender majornum and nap in the chair. And we're going to go ahead and triple time, and then we'll have him use the bathroom in the corner, use the bath there, switch over to Fanny and serve the breakfast. Now, in this section in particular, we have a very nice house, so there's a high chance or decent chance that a burglar will show up and just rob us. Kind of want to pay attention to what he takes. Mostly it's going to be the sort of the breakfast. Then we're going to have her go use the bathroom and the shower. Now, most of the time they come in here and they take a lot of paintings, and like this painting right here, a lot of expensive stuff that we have. So we just see what happens with that. Now we're going to follow through with this once it hits 6 a.m. Switch back over to our double time, so right here. And yeah, sometimes Humphrey can block you, and that just kind of sucks, because we want to focus on our sim and getting this. The bus is going to show up for her first, and then it's going to show up at the same time for them, and we're going to want to kind of get these two to go out and try to stand outside of the bus, but we're gonna focus on her and making sure that we hit this bus. So we're gonna wait till about 8:30 or so, and then cancel everything, and then have her get on the bus. So right here, now we're gonna get on the bus, and then we're gonna send Humphrey outside, her outside. Yeah, so it's okay if she runs to the bus or whatnot, as long as she gets on it. that was really tight, like right at 9. Okay, yeah, and then we can have, so the idea is to have them outside and getting on the thing. If something like that happens where they're not commanding themselves to get on, you need to make sure they get on the bus. If you have to stop the timer, you have to stop the timer. You got to do what you got to do to make sure they get on the bus. Now that we're on the bus, we're going to practice speech. We're going to cue that up with our sim, and then when they get home, what we're going to want to do is have him nap and him nap, and we're going to pay attention to those two in particular, because we are set basically. If you don't have if you don't get enough food in, that can be a problem. But our mood was really good leaving Club Rub there, so this is actually like very good. And since we have this here, and while we're napping, our fun's good, our sleep's good. We went to the bathroom, showered, did all that. Like, yeah, so we're gonna get this promotion here, the head coach, and our sim is gonna run over and get our charisma up. If you're getting phone calls like that, that's a good time to take a look at where things are at. This is like a scary territory where Dudley may go underneath, or Mona might go underneath, so you might want to call. So the 3 prime people that could be a problem are probably Goldie, Mom, and Dudley, because we just dealt with Humphrey and get him to where he needs to be. And Bing, sometimes you were just there, so it should be, Mona and Bing should be good, but sometimes you undercut it and you want to take a look at that. So send them in to sleep. Now if they do that, just keep sending them to nap, which will probably happen. Like right there, she started to get up and cause problems, but here we're level 4 with charisma, and we're getting the last one. And what we're going to do is Lavender and Majornum as soon as we get this level 5 charisma, and then nap. So I'll show you in that recliner. So level 5 hits, nap in the chair. I mean, the other thing you can do is move that outside, and then try to get it right at the end, right before you're heading on your way to Malcolm's mansion while you're waiting for the scooter. That would be the other option, and I don't hate that. That's the only other thing I can really think of to try to optimize this. And then we're going to use the bathroom and the shower like we did before. And with them, instead of cooking the breakfast, the bus is going to come an hour sooner for your sim than it did before, and you're not going to have enough time to eat here, so there's no point in making the breakfast, because all that's going to do is distract your sim. Because if you do this, you won't even have to go back to your sim. All we're going to do is wait till 6. Another thing is we did not get the burglar, so that's really good RNG. It can happen. It's pretty likely that he will show up here more than the other places. So 6 o'clock's going to roll around. You're going to use the bathroom and the shower, and we're going to distract these guys right outside the bus and have them talk to each other and just kind of mess around. Yeah, so we close the text box out, swap over, boom, boom. They're going to both walk out here. And then I'm going to have them kind of just talk to each other and waste time. The bus is going to show up. You can, make sure you can chain a bunch of stuff with them. Make sure that your sim's doing what they need to do and going to work. But if you have free will on, it's just going to happen. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But just kind of make sure that she does get on that bus. And then it's going to show up here right at 9 a.m. So while we're out here kind of doing this, yeah, you can do this where you kind of so that's the only problem there if you're not, you know, interacting or whatnot. They'll start doing their own thing if you have free will on like that, and then they'll completely go to the other side of the mansion or whatever. But once we initiate that, we no longer will have Humphrey and Fanny to deal with. All we need to do is get on the scooter, but we're not going to be able to board it right away. So what you could do is like right here, I could try calling like Mona or something. Like let's say, okay, I'm sketchy about someone's. Let's see, Club Rub, Mona. This is just an example. Like I'm feeling kind of low on Mona. She's like 53. Okay. And that is an option that you can do, but optimally you would just sit here and wait till 23, and then yeah, I didn't. You would want to press B to talk over the phone, and then get that interaction, and then here. So that would lose you a little bit of time. But that is an option. And then you're heading on your way to Tinsell. You're heading on your way to Malcolm's mansion, and that will be the final section and the final part of the run. I just kind of did that little detour there at the end just to show you, okay, this is like your last ditch effort if you have 50 or below with somebody, or 52 below or whatever, and your social is going to go down. You do want to keep an eye on that, and that's a common thing that you'd be doing here. But other than that, you would be spamming there in front of the scooter, and then pushing like walk in front of the scooter, and then spam B to cancel any of their free will stuff. And then once the scooter starts glowing, select it, and then move out, and then go on your way to head to Malcolm's mansion and complete the run. So pretty simple, you know, situation here. Good luck with your speed runs. If you made it this far, you're probably about, you know, ready to get your fresh PB rolling deep from 0 and to world record strategies with RPG, the RP Jizzle, hold it down, rolling deep, the Sims busting out that PB, busting out the world records, busting out those speed runs to change the world, and, you know, get that natural gameplay rolling deep.